This is the Hard Mark Podcast, starring Eric Donaldson and Ryan Murphy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sultry sounds of the Hard Mark Podcast. Thank you so much. And before we even get through our normal intro, normal things that we generally talk about, I just want to say, especially to those of you who have been with us from the very beginning, episode 1 to now, or even the last, 5, 10 episodes, something like that. Thank you for your time investment in giving us your time, giving us your attention. You'll notice, maybe not, we do sound maybe a little bit more professional. My hope is that this is going to be really the start. Like the phoenix rises from the ashes, this will be the rebirth of the new and improved, sultry sounding Hard Mark Podcast. And with that said, my name's Eric Donaldson. I'm the host of the Hard Mark Podcast. With me, as always, Ryan. Let's see what his names are again. The man of 1,000 compliments, the soul skater, the maitre d' of Matt Drama, the Tampa Bay topsider, the living painting, the talent, Ryan Deathmatch Murphy. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm good. You
got to talk. You can adjust the microphone if you need to.
It's fine. I think it's fine. I got it there.
You're talking significantly quieter than me. You got to get to the mic.
I'm fine.
One thing that I like doing, I don't actually like doing this, but one thing that I have been doing is continually changing around our recording setup here so that Ryan then has to accommodate for it. And so in many ways, every time that we get together and we record, it's as if we're doing it for the very first time.
Yeah, I feel the same.
So we can actually hear ourselves speak now, which is different than what we normally do. And not to, people don't care how the sausage is made. I think I used that analogy maybe last episode or something. People don't really care about that, but if there are some things we're tinkering with at the moment, just in case anyone was curious. I do have some follow-up. From previous episodes, and then maybe not necessarily like last one, but the past couple of episodes, I do have some follow-up items that I wanted to impart to not only you, but to everyone within the sound of my voice. Last episode, we talked about how you were introduced at parties, things of that nature. You didn't say anything. You were like, I wouldn't have anything.
I just don't like those like icebreaker questions.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if you like them, because let's say you and I were at a party, Ryan.
Yeah. I
would have to introduce you to people, and I would probably introduce you as the talent of the Hard Mark Podcast nowadays.
As you should.
Right.
That's enough.
But if you were traveling there with Greta or, a family member, how would they introduce you? I've got an idea, and I'm surprised you never said this.
Go for it.
You got hit by a car.
Have I brought that up here?
Yeah.
Did you pull this off of one of our episodes?
I was listening back on some older episodes, and I'd totally forgotten that you got hit by a car one time.
I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah, well, still.
It's not like a party story. I think the woman who hit me was devastated and traumatized by what happened.
We never really delved into it all that much on the episode, the circumstances behind it. But I feel like, saying I've been hit by a car is, hey, that's an icebreaker. That's something that not a lot of people have experienced.
I was 8.
Why are you tearing this down, Ryan? I've never been hit by a car. Maybe people have wanted to, but no one's ever actually hit me with a vehicle.
I pretty vaguely remember what happened.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be something I could go into a lot of, as far as telling that story, it wouldn't necessarily be a great story. I could.
Are you telling it now? I'm not sure if I want to elicit this story or not. Is this bringing up painful memories?
No, it's not at all. It was fine with me.
It was fine with me.
I think I got
6 out of 10. I'd do it again.
At the time, my parents got one for me.
Wait, in N64?
Yeah, because I was home. I broke my leg, broke my femur.
Yeah.
So my parents bought me an N64. So I got to play that. I think what was the game? 1080, snowboarding game.
Wait, okay. Hold. How does the N64 tie in with you being hit by a car?
Because I was bedridden.
Oh, so you got... See, you got hit by a car. And then as like a make good, not that your parents were responsible. I'm only assuming. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but as sort of like a, oh shit, our kid got hit by a car. What do we do? Let's get him a Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Would you do it again, knowing that that was the prize at the end of that rainbow?
It was fine. Well, I don't recall it being, it was not that big of a deal.
How long did it take you to bounce back from being hit by a vehicle?
I think everything went pretty smoothly. I don't recall any like lingering issues from it. It went like as smooth, and I had broken 2 bones prior to this too, so I was already pretty experienced with like, not my femur, but I didn't. Well, like when you break your femur, there's 2 different breaks. You either break your femur and you're in a leg cast, or you break your femur high enough where you're like in a full body cast. I was in a leg cast, so like it wasn't devastating. Yeah. And I got to stay home for a while. I was like 3 weeks. I was like a hit when I came back to school with my crutches.
Like, so 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a number.
Probably something like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. But that's the thing. I mean, if you have nothing else, which clearly you couldn't remember any other like one thing that you could say, oh yeah, call me that when I'm at a party. Because again, I was the poop guy, gathering the juggalo guy, etc. You could be the hit by a car guy.
I don't know.
Sleep on it.
I'm sure I have better stories than that. Work on them off air or something. Or bring them back to the people if they want. I don't know. That can't be the...
Think about it while we're watching the match today. And then, when we come back from the break, then you can hit people with what, if they see you at a party, what the story you should tell.
I'll just keep this fun.
There's another piece of follow-up that I also wanted to get right off the bat here today. So we talked earlier, or a couple episodes ago, Eric's Wisdom Tree. You're familiar with that. Mm-hmm. Everyone's favorite reoccurring segment.
Yeah, it's mine.
The feedback that I get is Eric's Wisdom Tree much better than Ryan's Corner. Just people love it. I
believe you bring a lot of passion to Eric's Wisdom Tree. I don't think I brought enough to it.
You got another, what is this, episode 22? You got another 88 episodes, and you can always bounce back. But there's a piece of Eric's Wisdom Tree that we talked about bad drivers, specifically how you can always tell somebody's a bad driver if they have any sort of NFL paraphernalia on their vehicle whatsoever. Like if I see one of them, I'm almost certain that they're going to cut somebody off or tailgate or any negative driving stereotype.
Specifically like NFL.
Specifically NFL. Like if I see somebody driving on the freeway and they've got like a Seahawks bumper sticker, I know that they're probably a piece of shit and are going to drive like an asshole.
I feel like that would be like any bumper sticker regardless. Like anyone who puts bumper stickers on their car would fall into that category. Like, I mean,
yeah,
I don't have evidence to back that up, but that's just how I feel.
I mean, in a scientific based podcast like ours, it is important to have evidence. But that's valid.
Yeah.
But I do think that the NFL fans specifically, that is a subsection of people that I know are going to be shitty ass drivers. Like that's just a known quantity to me. But anyway, that was on a previous episode, but I actually have a follow-up item that I wanted to share with you around that. So I was shopping at Costco maybe 2 or so weeks ago. And you've been to Costco before.
I live next to a Costco, Eric.
But have you been inside of a Costco?
I used to work at Costco, Eric.
Did you really?
I did.
I didn't know that.
The Kirkland Costco.
Oh, that's a nice Costco too. Pretty upscale. I was waiting in line, waiting to check out with my various wares, and pretty good sized line. To the immediate left of the checkout lane that I'm in, somebody opens up a new lane, and they do the customary sort of call out like, "Hey, I can help you over here." And when they do that, so I'm stopped in the line, there is a lady wearing a Seahawks face mask who is walking in front of me, not in any line, mind you, just walking in front of me because I'm leaving plenty of space, social distancing and whatnot between me and the person in front of me. And so as she's walking in front, she immediately just veers directly into that checkout line. And I even hear the person behind me like, huh.
Yeah.
So I'm amending my original statement of people who have NFL stuff on their car being shitty drivers. If you just have anything related to the NFL on your person whatsoever, you're probably just a big piece of shit.
Nice. That's
So
generalization.
I am calling you out if you own a Seahawks face mask or a shin guard. I don't know. Maybe it's only specific to specialized pieces of equipment that you may be wearing. I don't know. But I saw that lady and I was like, she is a bad human being.
Yeah.
Are you formulating a rebuttal right now? What's going on in your head right now?
I'm not really. Like, I kind of agree with you.
You've already pissed off the entire country of Canada.
I have.
I think you've backhandedly insulted Tampa Bay. NFL fans, that's just another day in the life of Ryan Murphy as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't have much to counter this. It's a fair argument.
You can't argue it.
Yeah, no.
You may try and talk me down a little bit, but there's no arguing.
I don't think there's a reason to talk you down on this one. I think it's fair. It's a fair enough point. But,
so yeah, just wanted to mention that right off the bat. So today, Ryan, you may or may not remember from the last time we got together. It feels like ages ago at this point in time. But we're going to be watching Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon during our match here today. That match is going to be not a standard one-on-one match, as we've seen several of over the course of our run so far. This match is going to be a ladder match.
Nice.
That's the reaction that I hoped for. But before we talk about this fun little ladder match, there's a couple of other topics, and maybe we'll find some time for Ryan's Corner. We'll see. See how much Ryan begs and pleads me to allow him to, talk about it. But there's some other things that came up in the gap, in the time between our recordings that I wanted to kind of run by you, Ryan, if it's okay with you.
Please.
So I did celebrate a birthday recently, 37 years young.
37.
Mm-hmm. You wished me a happy birthday. I was
did.
Shocked.
I wished you happy birthday last year, too.
You did. You did. Yes.
Consistent, if nothing else.
It's true. It's true. Every time I think, Ryan, he doesn't care about me. He's just
right
there
with the birthday wish.
He's right there with the birthday wish.
Yeah.
top tier friend.
Once a year.
Once a year. Can you count on him for much? Maybe not, but you can count on him for that birthday wish. He'll be there like clockwork every 365 days. One thing that I discovered over the course of my birthday weekend. Have you ever heard of a mukbang? I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I'm not.
Okay. So disclaimer, and we're not I'll hold off on the disclaimer. Let me pull that disclaimer back. So mukbang, again, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, is a video where someone, man, woman, child, has an enormous amount of food in front of them that they have ordered from McDonald's or wherever it may be. Maybe it's really weird food. Maybe it's conventional food. Who knows? But basically they have a shocking amount of equipment involved. So very nice microphones, very nice lighting and everything. But it's basically them. They are usually wearing serial killer black rubber gloves. And it's just basically close-ups on their face. And they're mic'd up so that when they are eating this massive amount of food, all you can hear is the noises.
Mukbang?
Mukbang. M-U-K-B-A-N-G. Mukbang. It looks like mukbang.
Yeah, right. That's what.
Which it very well may be. I'm not sure if it's that or not.
But it's not about the challenge of eating the food.
I think part of it is there's no way that human being can eat that amount of food. I think there is an element of holy shit, that's way. So for example, one of the mukbang videos that I saw, it was a guy, he had 5 cheeseburgers, McDonald's cheeseburgers, 5 of their
chickens,
hash browns, and then something gooey, syrupy stuff or whatever. But he had all these things and he would just alternate between eating these things. While I'm thinking about it.
That doesn't sound like that much, to be honest.
What?
5
cheeseburgers, Ryan?
5 cheeseburgers and 5 hash brown cakes.
Well, I'm doing a disservice right now. It was more than just Jesus. So I'm glad that you said that in one way, because I always felt like you were shitting on wrestlers by like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. But now I just see that's just your personality to just shit on everything that people do. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. This is the one that I saw. So I'll post a link to this on social media. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. You can do Twitter, but I don't really care if you do Twitter. But Facebook and Instagram, please. Hardmark Podcast. Also, you can send us an email, hardmarkpodcast@gmail.com for any inquiries or business interests that you may have. We don't
have our own domain yet.
We do. No. GoDaddy, if you're listening, we are interested. Okay, so here's the video that I found. Again, I'll post a link. I'll even play a little bit of audio, which this is what the disclaimer is going to be for. Did you know that there's certain people who have like a weird... I don't know if it's a phobia, but they have like a weird thing about if they hear people eating, then they like, or mouth sounds, they get like the heebie-jeebies or some shit like that. Did you know that was a thing? I didn't know that either, but apparently it's a thing. So if you have that, whatever this disease is called, you may want to jump ahead like 30, 60 seconds from the point where I start playing that audio. But the title of the video, ASMR, which... we love our ASMR here on the Hard Mic Podcast. ASMR mukbang black bean fire noodles. So it's like a huge bowl of ramen and chicken nuggets, no talking. And it's from Zach Choi ASMR.
Sorry, chicken. What's the main dish?
The main dish. So it's like two main dishes. It's chicken nuggets and noodles, fire noodles. They're like orange red noodles.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like what size is this bowl of chicken nuggets? And
so I'm going to play it. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here, but I'll play it also for the Hard Mark audience. So let's go ahead. Let's go to the clip. And we're back. We just watched some mukbang. What were your thoughts?
These are my thoughts about it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why such it's a abnormal amount of food. Mm-hmm. Like you wouldn't normally eat that much. But
for the record, for anyone who didn't check out the video, we counted. It was 25 chicken nuggets
and 3 packs of
ramen, spicy ramen noodles, which is like that's a lot of food. Let's be honest. I don't know what your lunches consist of usually, Ryan, but that's a lot of food for a normal human being.
When I was a kid, I ate ramen.
Yeah.
I would always do 2 packs of ramen.
Okay.
Always.
And 25 chicken nuggets?
No. But this is what I'm saying. So like, it's not setting like that, even the baseline of the noodles isn't that much. And then like, why 20? What's the purpose of 25 nuggets?
To give you 12 minutes of first run premium grade content.
But he was eating 2 at a time.
For maximum crunch. Who are you? Who are you? For maximum crunch, because you got to get 2 nuggets for maximum crunch.
Okay. What about 3 nuggets at a time?
Well, that's just silly. You can't fit 3 nuggets in your mouth at the same time, Ryan. Let's just think scientifically.
Well, maintaining eye contact, like.
How many views do you think this video has?
2.5 million.
Try 13 million.
Yeah.
This is big business. Would you consider? What? Okay, I know you may be skittish about volunteering to do things after you got hit with a kendo stick last time.
But I signed right up for him at the time.
But what would it take? What would we need to achieve for this podcast for you to consider doing your own mukbang video? Like I would get all the equipment. I don't know if it would be as nice as what Zach Choi had, but I would get all the equipment. I would, mic it up and everything. You could stare into the camera as longly as you needed to. But what would it take? How many social media followers would we need to get for you to consider that?
I would hope less. I would hope less people see me.
So you're saying that the best odds of us doing it would be to do it like now? Is what you're saying?
Sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's say you had to do a mukbang video. What would your mukbang video be? Like
I thought that was actually a pretty good one.
Ramen noodles and
yeah, I mean, like you have the. It doesn't like it. it's weird. And I don't like it, but it doesn't gross me out necessarily.
You said at one point, this is kind of disgusting.
It is kind of disgusting, but it's not the phobia of it. It doesn't it's just kind of it's kind of gross. But I thought his pick, if you're gonna go for a video like that, was pretty good.
That was the first one that I'd ever seen, and again, I just saw it within the past week or two. I also saw one where, and I wouldn't recommend people checking it out. It was not very good, but it was basically this Japanese girl. And she had a live octopus on the table in front of her. And it was trying to squirm away. And there were these live fish. And it was her freaking out. But clearly she was suffocating these animals or whatever you want to call it when something that is supposed to be living in water is not in water. I don't know if that's reverse drowning, what that's called. But basically that's what was happening to all these things. And you were just watching. And then finally she cooks them and it's her slurping down and she wastes all this food. I wouldn't recommend it.
There is another video of this. Somehow I don't know if it's on YouTube. I think I've seen it on Facebook. They have their video and it's this guy. And it's now that you bring this up, it's probably the same thing. This guy is he's cooking these live, it's all the seafood is on a boat and then he's eating it. But he's making so many noises as he's eating it. I'm sure it's
that sounds like mukbang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and look at this now and see if I can find it. And then it's disgusting to me because I don't he is killing live animals. He's they're not putting these animals down in a humane way. But it's that whole eating it that's, yeah. I
mean, I don't even necessarily mind the concept of I'm killing this animal to eat it. But when you're doing it so frivolously,
yeah, exactly,
for an amount of food that you don't even need, then that's when it kind of
it's disgusting. I don't I'm just saying this. I've seen it,
yeah,
and it always stuck out to me because he was so disgusting in the way he ate, and I was this is so weird. Why is this bit and I get tons of views. I don't know if that's a thing, but
yeah,
fuck this guy. I won't give him any notoriety or but that's probably what it was now.
Yeah, it's probably mukbang. Should we talk about anything else or should we talk about wrestling? What do you think?
I don't have anything on the agenda.
Do you? Oh, wait. Okay. Hold on. Well, now I got to do it.
Okay.
It's been a few episodes. I think the people are clamoring for it.
I just said I didn't have anything on the agenda.
Well, we're going to find out if you have anything on the agenda because I'm going to try and not yell into this fucking microphone and make ourselves both deaf because it's time for Ryan Carter!
There's nothing more that I like than a fresh cut lawn. You did yell into the microphone, but...
I shielded.
Didn't shield anything.
I moved my fingers...
It was worse.
...betwixt the microphone and my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got for Ryan's Corner? Now that you're a savvy bachelor, living on your own... You figure out any cool cleaning tips or any
Oh, Greta bought me a vacuum.
You didn't have a vacuum already?
Oh, I think we discussed this. I had a little.
Oh, you had a handheld a
shark. No, it wasn't a shark. You recommended the shark as a dustbuster or something.
I will never recommend a shark.
Maybe I had the shark and you recommended something else.
Dyson. I will recommend Dysons all day long, but I have not and will not ever recommend a shark.
I think you didn't recommend a shark.
Other people have said, "Oh, shark." I can't vouch for shark. Maybe shark's good, but Dyson. I will stake my reputation on Dyson. But you got a full size vacuum.
I did.
Are you checking our message?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You're checking our message history to see if I ever recommended you.
I'm almost positive
shark.
It was you. Where would I come up with this? I don't even know. I'm not a vacuum guy.
I mean, by all means, verify what I said. But I own a Dyson. I've never owned a shark. I think I may have even put it out to some friends of mine to ask them Dyson or shark. And a bunch of them came back with shark. And I was just like, fuck you guys. I think that's basically what happened. And then I probably relayed that. I was like, yeah, a bunch of people recommended shark, but...
You're right. You did recommend Dyson. I just, yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Right here. No, you said you did recommend a Dyson. Mm-hmm. And then you said, I've heard good things about sharks, but can't speak to their quality personally.
That seems like exactly what I just said.
I thought you said you hadn't heard good things about shark.
No, I said I have, but then I said, fuck you guys, Dyson. I've never.
And why did you tell me you've heard good things about Shark?
Because I have heard good things about Shark, but like I have brand loyalty to Dyson.
The what?
What? How's your Shark?
I don't have a Shark.
What do you have? I thought you said you led off to this whole thing saying you had a Shark.
I don't have a Shark. I said you recommended a Shark.
What? So what did you get? What did Greta buy you? A 30-year-old grown man. What did your girlfriend buy you?
I insisted that we did not get it because I have a nice little hand vacuum, but she.
Yes, you need, as an adult man in your 30s,
I have hardwood floors. I can sweep it.
I'm telling you, you can sweep it like a fucking Neanderthal. No.
Hold on. I agree that I need a vacuum, and it was a poor decision not to invest in one. I should have done that. Let me tell you a story about Greta's vacuum.
Oh, God.
Not the one she bought. So her parents bought a really it's like two separate compartments. You have the vacuum part.
Yeah.
That runs across the floor.
And the hose?
And then you have a separate container for all the stuff that it sucks in. And you got to... You've
talked about this before.
Such a bullshit fucking vacuum. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Because you have to carry it around corners and stuff, and you have to pick it up and move it. It may be a good vacuum.
I'm 99% sure that not only have you discussed it, but this was a previous Ryan's Corner. I don't know if I'm going to allow for this to be a dual episode Ryan's Corner or something.
It's important.
But you didn't get one of those?
No.
What did you get? Dirt Devil, rubber.
Dirt Devil's what I have now. Thank you. That's what I have.
That's your handheld.
That's my handheld. This is I don't.
Tell me what you got. It's a goddamn stand-up vacuum cleaner, Ryan.
I don't know what brand it is. It was not. It was probably middle of the road on sale.
Okay. So not Dyson, not Shark.
How do you know?
Because you actively said it wasn't.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Then why are you bringing this up if you don't know what brand you got?
You asked me to do a Ryan's Corner, and I had nothing to go. And then you're like, "How's your apartment?
How's your apartment? Yeah. Oh, I got a vacuum that I don't know what it is. Yeah. Perfect. Is that it? Or is there more to this?
That's it. That's all.
4 minutes well spent. Let's talk about fucking wrestling or something now. Okay. I'm hot. I'm already getting sweaty. I turned the heat off.
Good.
Yeah. And it's still, this thing heats up the room.
Should open the window.
No, you're wearing a jacket and two
why don't
shirts.
you just open the window if it's hot?
Because there's no screen. Let bugs in.
There's no bugs this time of year.
There was a bug flying around this room earlier. There's a bug flying around the room earlier. Let's talk about the match. So our first competitor is a gentleman by the name of Shawn Michaels. Have you ever heard of Shawn Michaels before?
No, probably not this Shawn Michaels.
Wait, what?
Just sounds like a very common name.
Oh, I thought you were going to... I think there might be a porno guy named Shawn Michaels. I thought that's what you were insinuating.
No, I assume I know someone named Shawn Michaels.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Shawn Michaels, he debuted in pro wrestling back in 1984. I was born in 1983 for frame of reference and, birthday purposes. So he wrestled around Texas, Kansas City, Minnesota. We've talked about different wrestling territories and stuff in the past. Eventually, he made his way to the WWF as half of the popular tag team known as the Rockers. So they were kind of like a young, good guy tag team that were meant to kind of appeal to kids and girls, two young, good-looking dudes who were all about rock and roll.
1984?
Well, that's when he debuted. When they showed up in the Rockers, that was in the late 80s, early 90s. So sometime around 88, 89, I think is when they showed up. Eventually, Shawn Michaels turned on his partner in one of the more memorable storylines of the early 1990s. And in fact, this is another thing that I wanted to briefly show you. Let's go to the clip.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my back to you right now. And if you want to go on your own, then walk off and leave. If you want to stick together and make this thing work, when I turn around, we're going to shake hands. And we're going to go on a rock and roll like the Rockers can do.
They need each other. You know that.
Sounds fair to me.
He's not going to walk away. They need each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockers!
Told you.
Glad to see that.
Told you.
Tag team specialists.
See, one without the other isn't any good. Oh, I knew he was going to do that. I just knew he was going to do that. He don't need Jannetty. I told you that off and on.
Are you kidding? What a despicable act that was.
No! Oh, my God.
Right through the glass window of the barber shop.
Jannetty tried to dive through the window to escape. Did you see that?
Are you blind?
What an act of cowardism.
So yeah, that clip doesn't actually have to do with our match we're watching, but that's
a bummer.
it is a bummer. But Shawn, that was kind of Shawn Michaels breaking out onto his own and becoming kind of like a major single star, was him turning on his partner Marty Jannetty and smashing him through the window of the barber shop.
How did Marty do after that?
Marty has had his fair share of problems. So Marty Jannetty, actually, this isn't even in my notes, but now that you've mentioned it. So in wrestling tag teams, there is a common sort of meme, trope, whatever you want to call it, where one guy in a tag team is known as the Jannetty, and it's because of that guy, Marty Jannetty. The Jannetty of a tag team is the guy who ends up being less successful than his counterpart. And so you'll often hear that term of like, oh yeah, he was the Jannetty of the team, which Marty Jannetty was a really talented wrestler. He just didn't amount to the same success that Shawn Michaels did. He's had a number of drug and legal problems over the course of the years. He actually, within the past 3 to 4 months, put out this weird social media post where he basically said that he killed a man at a bowling alley when he was a teenager. And he dumped the body in a nearby river.
So it was. I thought that was dramatic. Wow.
Yeah. So Marty has had an interesting path in his life. Let's just say. But yeah, he claimed he killed a man and dumped the body in the river after the man was making sexual advances on him.
Oh, well, so you don't have a choice, right? Like
he claims it was self-defense, and then he dumped the body, and he claimed that he made the man, quote, disappear, and it was the first man that he did that to. I don't know. Marty Jannetty's just a fucking weird guy.
Put on social media too, like good stuff.
Sometimes you got to just call your shot. You got to do the old Babe Ruth action on that one.
See how many likes you can get.
So after breaking off on his own, after that barbershop incident took place, Shawn then became the Heartbreak Kid. That was his HBK, Heartbreak Kid. So the latest in a long line of cocky, handsome bad guys. You remember the last cocky, handsome bad guy that we saw, Ravishing Rick Rude, who would swivel his hips and he'd flex his butt cheeks, and you hated that match that I love so much.
Was that over the woman who was...
Yes, the woman, and then...
Right, yeah.
Yeah, cocky, handsome bad guy. So Shawn Michaels is another one of those types of characters. He knows that he's a good-looking dude, but he's a dick. So eventually, Shawn would go on to win the Intercontinental Championship a couple of different times. Do you remember the Intercontinental Championship?
Did we watch an episode on it, or did we just...
We've seen that title show up a couple times.
I remember discussing it, but I don't know if
we have. You just don't remember. Okay. But anyway, so just to refresh for the sake of your and the audience memory. So you got the WWF title. That's like the top title. Like whoever the top guy is in the company, in theory, has the WWF championship. The Intercontinental title is kind of like a stepping stone. It's like, I'm making my way through the ranks. This is kind of like a mid-level, mid-card belt. Once I win that and I prove myself, then down the line, maybe I'll get a chance to, wrestle for the WWF championship. That's the idea.
Yeah.
And especially in like the 70s and the 80s, if you were the Intercontinental champion, you were usually main eventing shows. Like they'd run like 2 or 3 shows on the same night. And so you'd have your A team, your kind of A squad in New York, for example. You'd have your B team in Cincinnati. And that would be like, the Intercontinental champion would be main eventing that show. So a big deal and kind of a stepping stone to the main belt. So
Intercontinental sounds bigger than...
It is a bigger word. There are more...
Well, it sounds like it's brings in more participants from other continents.
Unlike the world, where the world is, just relative to Earth. But Intercontinental doesn't say, Mars probably has continents too. Venus.
It just sounds more like you're incorporating those other continents.
I can't argue with any of that. So Shawn Michaels, Intercontinental Champion, towards the end of 1993, hell of a year. I think we can both agree on that. He tested positive for steroids and was forced to relinquish the Intercontinental title. On TV, the explanation that was given was that Shawn Michaels hadn't defended the title often enough, and he was being stripped of the Intercontinental title. That makes sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. While he was suspended, they had this big battle royal match, a bunch of different guys. They held that match to determine who the new Intercontinental Champion was, and that match was won by Razor Ramon.
That's the challenger here.
That is the challenger. Yeah. So we got Shawn Michaels and we got Razor Ramon. So Razor Ramon, real name Scott Hall, also started wrestling in 1984. Again, heck of a little year. He competed all over the United States, much like Shawn Michaels, under a variety of names. Would you like to hear some of those names, Ryan?
Just like me, several nicknames.
Several nicknames. You guys are pretty close as I'm looking over these lists. So his nicknames, in fact, maybe we can even adopt some of them for you. We'll see. Starship Coyote. That's a good one. Magnum Scott Hall. Big Scott Hall. Scott Gator Hall, which Ryan Gator Murphy does sound pretty fucking cool now that I say it out loud. Texas Scott and the Diamond Stud.
Yeah.
So a lot of different names. So eventually, he also, just like Shawn Michaels, found his way to the WWF. As the story goes, and there's different versions depending on who's telling it, to pitch his idea for his character, kind of like what he saw for himself. As we saw, he had 7 different characters over the course of his career by this point. When he was doing his pitch for Vince McMahon, either this was a serious idea or he was fucking around. Nobody really knows for sure. Basically, he was doing a ripoff of Al Pacino in Scarface. Vince McMahon had not seen Scarface. So Vince, who, again, completely unaware of the movie Scarface, he thought, this is fucking brilliant. This character is going to be great. And so that birthed Razor Ramon, who was basically a wrestling version of the movie Scarface. Complete with the accent, the Tony Montana accent.
Oh, he really ripped it.
It's 100% a ripoff of Scarface. If you heard, he even uses a lot of the same lines and stuff from the movie. But again, Vince McMahon being at least 20 to 30 years behind on pop culture and being so entrenched in this WWF bubble, had no idea that this was a thing. So, yeah. So fast forward a little bit, we have our Razor Ramon. He wins the Intercontinental Championship while Shawn Michaels is suspended. Once Shawn Michaels returned from his suspension, he then showed up with his own version of the Intercontinental title. So now you have 2 guys both claiming to be the legitimate, rightful Intercontinental.
It's going to create a riff.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah.
When somebody shows up as the talent and you're just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm the talent. So how do you settle that?
I get it.
So both men, they had valid claims to the title. And so to determine who the true undisputed Intercontinental Champion was, they were going to participate in a ladder match at WrestleMania 10. So we've seen a couple different WrestleMania matches so far. This is going to be the 10th WrestleMania. They're going to have a ladder match. The idea of a ladder match is both belts are going to be hung up above the ring. And the only way to win, so there's no pin, there's no submission, disqualification, count out, none of that applies. The only way to win is to climb the ladder and to grab both title belts.
Is that like a common type of match?
It is now. At this particular point in time, really no one had ever seen it.
Okay.
So this is not the first ladder match that ever happened, but it was the first one on a major stage.
Because that's totally different than people just accept this as it's a cool idea. So changes the whole dynamic of
ladder matches. There may have been some in the 70s. I'm not sure. I've at least seen one from the late 70s, early 80s that was just garbage. I think they started up in Calgary, and the one that I saw was this rickety scaffold above the ring, and then somebody just kind of leaned a shitty ladder against it.
It's like a metal ladder. It's not like a rope ladder.
No. It was like a metal ladder. And so that was like an early version, and like it was rough to watch. This is also, it's like similar but different. So they refined the concept. Basically, you have one ladder, and it's a metal ladder where both sides are like steps. So instead of the one, whatever you want to call it, safety side, I don't know, they're both steps leading on up to the ladder. So like that's your ladder that you have to climb up and grab those belts.
Can they knock the ladder over?
They can do anything's legal. So
anything's, of course.
You can bring in a gun and shoot your opponent if you need to.
Snake.
It's a snake, a large baboon, anything that you need to. But yeah, literally the only rule is you have to climb the ladder, grab the belts, yank them down, and that's how you win. Yeah. Cool. All right. And so that's kind of the build up to the match. Do you have any questions around any of that stuff?
No. I like the change of pace on this one. Ladder match?
Yeah, no, yeah. I've said this before. I'm gonna double down on this statement. I think that this run of episodes up to episode 30, the deathmatch episode, I think that this is going to be, what people herald as really when the Hard Mark podcast came into its own. So I'm very, very excited, not only for this episode, but for the string of episodes to come.
Step one. Ladder match.
Yes, step one, ladder match. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The last thing I wanted to do before we watch our fantastic little match here, we've had a reoccurring segment here and there, not every episode, where I have regaled you with some lyrics from various wrestling theme songs. I would like to, if you'll indulge me, read you the lyrics to the Shawn Michaels theme song.
How many wrestlers have a theme song?
Nowadays, all of them.
They do.
They don't all have words. But, theme music started in the first person to ever have theme music, I think, is kind of generally known to be Gorgeous George back in the 50s, but it wasn't commonplace until the 80s.
I get theme music. You have to,
Here's the beautiful thing about theme music. I'm glad you asked about this. The beautiful thing about theme music is you get, so in wrestling, the audience reaction, when you get a big reaction from the audience, it's called a pop. You get one big pop when the music hits, and then you get a second big pop when the dude shows up. So it's like you're doubling the effect with very minimal effort. And so theme music, I think, is one of the best additions to pro wrestling in the past 40 years.
Baseball players have theme music too, just as how these things.
Yeah, I'm
kind of cross paths here. It's not exclusive to wrestling. It's good for anything. Anything you do. I could walk into the bank tomorrow with theme music, and it would make it way better.
Oh well, yeah, I don't disagree. I've wanted theme music in my life for a very long time. My camping trips, I always incorporate theme music.
You should. That would make it a good camping trip.
It would, and it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, let's see. I think I found it. I don't even need to look this up, really. I know it pretty well, but I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I got the looks that drives the girls wild. I got the moves that really moves them. I send chills up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy. I make him hot. I make Ryan shiver. His knees get weak whenever I'm around. They see me walk. They hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud 9. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy. And then there's eat your heart out, girls. Hands off the merchandise. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm a little uncomfortable.
What do you mean? Because I incorporated a little bit of sing-songiness into it, or what?
Just the whole experience. I think without the
backing tracks.
Yeah.
It was a little intimate.
It was very.
And with the new setup, it's like I'm right in your brain.
Right here. Right here. More so than ever.
Well, But at least I'm saying, I'm not your boy toy.
Yeah, right.
And I have no interest in being your boy toy.
Yeah.
So hands off the merchandise.
Yeah, at least.
At least there's that. All right. I think we are good. So let's go ahead. I'll post the link if I can find it, to our social media channels for anybody curious to watch along with Ryan and myself. You got a little bit of the backstory. Let's get right into it. We're going to throw to a quick, brief commercial break, and we'll be right back with our thoughts on Razor Ramon versus the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
And this capacity crowd is ready to witness the ladder match. Here we go. Diesel coming in now. A clothesline.
Nice move. Now he's laying flat on his back right in front of Gorilla Monsoon.
Diesel stepping over Razor. You see something? Did you see something?
What?
He's out of here, I think.
What is this?
Wait a minute.
What is this now?
Diesel's gonna get... He's thrown out of the garden. Diesel's gonna be thrown out of WrestleMania. And now, Shawn Michaels. Now, here he comes again with it. Here he comes. He throws it at him.
Shawn's not using the ladder to get the belt. He's using it to destroy Razor Ramon.
He's gonna watch. Shawn Michaels from high above. Oh! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shawn Michaels.
Get him! Get him!
He's got a championship. One more run, he'll have it. And Razor starting to shake the ladder.
Get out! Look out, Shawn!
Oh, he throws his shoulder. Oh, no. Michaels, look at this. His foot's locked in the rope.
Let me help him out! Let me get him out of there! Come on, referee! Unhook his leg! Where's Diesel? Referee! What is the referee doing? Unhook his leg! Where's Diesel? No way!
Razor trying to climb up now. Michaels.
Get out of there, Shawn! He's out! He's out! He's out!
Going
No,
up.
no, he's out! Come on, referee!
Yes! 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 Yes!
I cannot believe it!
Ramon is the undisputed Intercontinental Champion.
So we just watched Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels ladder match. Ryan, your initial thoughts, right? We're fresh out of it. We finished it like a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago. What do you think?
It was a great match.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
What are your main, I guess, takeaways? Just kind of I'll go to the notes, but what are your main takeaways? Just kind of while it's fresh in your mind.
I mean, that ladder play. I thought going into it, it was like wrestle.
Yeah.
And then, once someone's pretty much pinned, like as in a normal match, then you get on the ladder and go.
Sure.
They utilized the shit out of that ladder. That ladder was the star of the fucking match. Like,
they really did incorporate a lot of ladder stuff into it. And it did differ from like there was definitely a wrestling element to it.
There was.
Especially at the start, they kind of kept it in the ring and they were, doing your normal wrestle moves and whatnot, but once that ladder got introduced into the match, that was pretty much incorporated throughout.
It was like wrestling, like the chair is like an iconic feature to me.
That was, episode 1, that was one of the things that you mentioned was steel chairs.
This was a fucking ladder. Like it was everything you could have hoped for. So
you consider yourself a ladder match fan,
absolutely.
moving forward. Well, that's good to know. I mean, this is not the first ladder match. I think there was one other ladder match in the WWF, but it was only like a VHS exclusive match. And I actually watched that in kind of the months leading up to this whole thing. And like, it was okay, but it wasn't as good as that.
No, I'm sure
that match was great. And honestly, thinking back to it, now, so I wasn't watching wrestling in 1994. Like I had more or less checked out. I had moved on to the NBA, Charles Barkley, all the whole gang was there. So I wasn't really watching. I don't know that I had ever actually seen this match from beginning to end until I decided like, maybe we should watch like an early Shawn Michaels match or something. I checked it out. Holy shit, that match fucking holds up. That was 1994.
And like the amount of people in that, I mean, I know it's Madison Square Garden, but like people are like packed to the ceiling all around, like watch it. And it's just like this whole like, spectacle of like.
Well, it was WrestleMania, to be fair.
Okay. But it's a ladder match. Like they're just watching, just the whole thing was. It was excellent.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you can only imagine going from, a Hulk Hogan sort of extravaganza with the posing and whatnot, and then, turn around and now you're watching this ladder match. It was a different animal. That's for sure. So let's take a little bit of look at our notes. So we got the 2 belts hanging from the ring. Shawn Michaels made his entrance with his bodyguard Diesel. I forgot. I neglected to mention anything about Diesel at the start, but
he played a little bit of a part in the beginning.
Yeah, and we'll talk about kind of Diesel's involvement. But yeah, big 7-footer, former college basketball player turned wrestler,
wrestling manager.
Wrestling. He was advertised as a bodyguard more than a manager.
Or a bodyguard, yeah.
Yeah. The steampunk goggles on Shawn we talked about a little bit. You really seem to like everybody's hair right at the start of the match.
Yeah, they both solid hair.
All 3 hairs really were great hairs, pretty feathered mullets all the way around. Yeah. I think you could pull off one of those if you were so inclined. Mm-hmm. The one note I made from you, so Razor Ramon makes his entrance. He's got all his gold chains on. He ducks under the ladder. Yeah. And then you made the quote, "This guy is pretty cool."
Yeah, he just, it didn't seem to faze him. He just did his thing, He didn't have to make a big deal out of his intro music. He just walked in under the ladder. Yeah.
He used to claim that he was oozing machismo.
Oh, you see that, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fitting. I don't know what it means, but yeah.
Nobody knows. Yeah. So we got a little bit of wrestling to start. I don't know that you were quite as enamored with it as I was, but the thing that I kept harping on throughout the match was just the pace that they were like hitting the ropes and stuff like that. Yeah. Like I found it to be very noticeable just how quickly they were fucking moving. And like when they were bouncing off the ropes and whatnot, they were going at like 90% speed. Like there were full on sprints that I could kind of notice in there. And it's just like when a human being, when a 250-pound man is moving at you that fast, your reflexes have to be on point, or else that's going to look really, really fucking sloppy. And I'm not saying that there weren't points in the match where they kind of fucked some shit up, because there were a couple things here and there where I was like, they probably could have done that a little bit better. But overall, the timing of everything they were pulling off was great, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't realize that moving this quickly off the ropes was I kind of see it every time, and I don't really notice how fast they're. So it didn't strike yet.
The only other ropes conversation we've had was the Survivor Jenna match where Survivor Jenna Maraska was running in like a half moon across the ring at a brisk jog, I would say, or maybe a speed walk. So, and you didn't even notice that. So I don't know that I trust your judgment, but either way, let's see here. So we had the bit where Razor actually got thrown outside of the ring. He landed like hip first, right down.
On cement?
Before the cement thing, so he got thrown out of the ring, and that's when Diesel showed up and like clotheslined him, and the ref ejected him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The big umpire.
And the doors closed behind him.
And then the X the X shut down, and Diesel was never heard from ever again. Shawn Michaels was bumping around like a pinball. Yeah, it was crazy.
You just said that.
Did I?
How fast he was moving off the ropes.
This is different. This is that was just movement. This is Shawn Michaels, like his reaction to the bit with the clothesline, the bit where he got punched. Like, so after Diesel gets thrown out, there's a point where Shawn is leaning over the top rope and like Razor punches him in the mouth and Shawn just like bounces backwards in the ring. And it's just the things that he's able to do.
He was doing some rope stuff that was.
Yeah. And he made it look so easy, so effortless, but it's incredible the body control that Shawn Michaels had, I thought.
He did like a backflip right off the bat after getting hit too, right? Like
yeah.
right in the beginning.
I think that's actually, that's what I was thinking about too. There's the bit where they pull the mats out, kind of a callback to episode 1 when you were all perplexed about why Andre the Giant would do that. But this time it actually came back to bite Razor Ramon. He got thrown out on the concrete. Nice little bump there. Oh, and so this is when the ladder shit started in full, where Shawn was like hitting Razor with the ladder repeatedly. Like there was the gut shot, and then he'd like throw it against Razor's back.
Yeah, but like he like struggled bringing that ladder into the ring.
Oh, okay. So you're going backwards a little bit. Sure.
I am. I thought that was a big part of it. Like he could not. He was like dragging this ladder into the ring, and then
who's conserving strength?
Okay,
conserving strength. Well, we already talked about. We did talk about during the match. You know, if you had been there instead of Diesel to sort of coach him along, you wouldn't have been coaching because his fighting technique with the ladder. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Great.
Spot on.
Yep. Yeah.
Where he failed was his manipulation and movement of the ladder itself.
Yeah, like if he had to paint like the house, he would probably have a lot of problems. Like if he needs to wrestle, like he'll, right. But
I suspect a lot of apartment living in Shawn Michaels' past. Yeah. I can't think of any other reason why he would struggle so much. But you're right. He did drag the ladder up the aisle
like it was heavy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that did happen, but he did redeem himself. He
somewhat. He used that ladder right against her.
The gut shot. After, I think he there was a point where Razor was down on all fours, and he just like threw the ladder down in his back, and then there was another point where he physically actually threw the ladder at Razor.
I don't know how you some of those moves look like they. I don't know how they did that. I don't understand like that.
You just do it. I mean, for a lot of wrestling matches, it's just. You understand that there's going to be a certain level of pain.
That's not a certain level of pain. What extent do you go through not to fall off a ladder? Oh wow, you're very scared of right? Like,
sure.
He just got onto the top and then just tipped over on him.
Yes. There's a point where he jumped off the ladder. There's a point where he tipped over on the ladder.
There's no fear with that ladder. These guys.
No, I mean both of these guys are top tier professional wrestlers. There's a. I think that and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I feel like there have been some matches that you've seen where in the back of your mind, even though you may not want to necessarily say it, you're just like, these guys are not doing anything that I couldn't potentially do. Whereas this match, I think there were points where you saw some stuff where it's like, I would never want to do that. And then you also saw things where it's like, I could never do that.
Yeah. Yeah, like most of that match.
Which kind of leads us to... do you remember when Shawn Michaels got pantsed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you'd want to do that or...
They kind of let that go for a while. They were all over. Then a nice ass shot of it just...
It was brief, but it was there.
I wouldn't even call it brief. They left that on for a little while. They were, all over.
I mean, so to set the stage, again, I know not everybody would have watched this match. Basically, Shawn's climbing this ladder to try and grab down the belts. Razor reaches up, just yanks his pants down. Shawn kicks Razor down, and then while his ass is hanging out of his trunks, he drops a big elbow drop from the top of the ladder onto Razor, and then he fixes himself. But we got a nice little Shawn Michaels boy toy Heartbreak Kid butt shot in the middle of all that, which was big reaction here in Hedonism 4. There's a ladder in the corner. Shawn got thrown into the ladder, and then he toppled outside again. Shawn Michaels' crazy athleticism. Let's see here. Razor's chasing Shawn with the ladder. He kind of throws it against Shawn a couple times. There was the big ladder uppercut, which at that point in time, I commented that's the smartest move in this match.
It was a good move, yeah.
Which at that point in time it was. We would later see a smarter move than that. Then there's the bit where Razor Ramon is climbing the ladder. Shawn climbs up to the top rope and then knocks Razor off. The ladder then fell on top of Shawn Michaels, and then I remember that's the point where you're like, this is a great image.
Where they were both laying down.
They're both laying down. The ladder has toppled over Shawn, who's just in a heap on the ground. And it's just stillness.
Yep. That, and I would say also that was a great image, but it was only the second greatest, like, ladder image of that match. Like, it just kept going.
Yeah,
the ladder match that kept on giving.
It did. It gave you everything you could want and more.
Yeah.
So then they both climb the ladder. They're exchanging punches from the top of the ladder. Razor I guess I don't know what you call it. He just fucking flung him from the top of the ladder. The ladder topples over. Razor's down now. Then there's the bit where now and then this is the smartest move of the match. So they're both down. Eventually Shawn gets to his feet and then he just pushes the ladder on top of Razor.
Perfect. I mean, well executed move. Yeah. He just pushed it a little bit.
A little bit.
He just That's
all I needed to do.
Right
it's like, hey, fuck you. Here's a fucking ladder on your head. Big super kick. Shawn hits your favorite move on the planet, the pile driver.
Yeah.
One more, and then this is the point where he then does the thing where he tips the ladder over, like he basically puts all of his body weight down, drives the ladder on top of Razor, and then somehow he like rolled through it like a cat. It's just Shawn Michaels, top level talent. And so then Shawn sets the ladder up over Razor, kind of a little Razor knocks the ladder over. He does kind of like a shoulder block sort of thing. Shawn gets tied up in the ropes, can't free himself for a little while. Meanwhile, Razor's climbing the ladder. Shawn finally frees his leg, but then his arm gets caught. Razor yanks both belts down, wins the title, wins the match.
And the ladder was broken for a good portion of this too.
Yes. It was like you could visibly see one of the four legs was not anywhere close to touching the ground. Like they fucked that ladder up and then still were climbing up it.
That didn't stop them at all though.
In fact, I think the bit where they were both on top of the ladder exchanging punches was after the ladder was already damaged and fucked up.
That was the last part where he had pulled down, because there was no like grabbing these belts and like holding him up right there as like a champion. Like he like fell off immediately, and then they're both down and the ladder's still standing up. He doesn't even have the belts in his hand. It's just this like picture of like an arena with just a ladder and two guys on the. It was
everybody's cheering because the ladder fucking won. The ladder did what it needed to do.
Good, yeah.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed that match. Yeah. So we've gone through the notes. I know what everybody's here for. What everybody downloads, streams on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor. What you're all downloading this thing. The science, where we start breaking down the numbers, we start looking at all the integers, and we're carrying our ones from the tens place into the hundreds, and we really figure out what's the best match of all time. So, with that said, here's the list. Where are we thinking? It seemed like you liked this match.
I did. It's high.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
This seems like a top 3.
Yeah.
May I see the list real quick? I'm just curious because I think that our top 3 right now consists of Will Ospreay versus Shingo. That's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Kenny Omega versus Tetsuya Naito, I believe.
Yeah.
3, is it still Taz versus Bam Bam?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's
let me know if you need any information from me.
No, there's still something I really like about a Japanese match.
Sure. Yes.
There's just a lot of passion there.
But is there anything that you like about a Madison Square Garden match? A real good
ladder match.
1994 Madison Square Garden match. With all the mullets in the crowd and in the ring.
Yeah, I think
I have my thoughts, but I don't want to taint your opinion. Again, the science needs to be pure. You're a control subject.
I need to probably go back and review like the top 3 again just to see.
No, you don't. Stop saying that. I'd never want to hear you say that sentence again. We did rewatch Taz versus Bam Bam not that long ago.
I'm not worried. It's ahead of Taz versus Bam Bam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either. I'm trying to figure out. It's going to be 2 at the.
2 at minimum?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking that's probably.
So now the conversation is it better than Will Ospreay versus Shingo?
This was so fucking good. Like this was. I mean,
I was shocked how fucking good this match was.
Yeah.
Like I was not. I've seen a lot of ladder matches. Like this was the very first one on a big stage. Like most people had never ever seen a ladder match before, and I've seen a lot of like in the years since. ladder matches have like incorporated like 8 dudes in it. So it's just like a big demolition derby.
Yeah.
That was a one-on-one ladder match, which traditionally I've not really enjoyed. That was a great fucking match.
It was a good match.
Everything made sense, with the exception of Diesel getting thrown out. That didn't really make any sense. But aside from that, like the whole like Shawn can't intercede because he's tied up in the fucking ropes. Like everything about it, I thought was logically sound, and just the actual action in the match was so good.
Ospreay vs. Shingo was the first one that we... Was that the first one we watched?
Number 2. Number 1 that we ever saw was Hulk versus Andre. And then you were...
So the first, good match that we...
you were so... what's the word I'm looking for here? You were basking in your crapulence. You seemed to be very content in your knowledge of professional wrestling. So then that's when I introduced Ospreay versus Shingo as sort of a... let's see about this.
I mean, I'm leaning towards one because I had a great time watching that match. It was.
Do you need anything from me?
This is what I came to wrestling for.
Here's what I'll say. Here's going to be my only contribution.
Yeah.
Your reaction of this match is stronger than your reaction was after watching Ospreay versus Shingo.
Yeah. Just felt something here. It was special. Right?
Is this the new number 1?
I think so. I think I am.
Holy fuck! Everybody, we did it. It took. This is going to be the worst thing in the world because now I have to redo this entire goddamn board. But I said I wanted to get us a new number 1 or a new last, one of the two, because Ryan was so set in his ways about both of those, and we finally have done it. We've got a new number 1,
and those aren't easy to come by. You know.
We didn't even mention the fact that you won. You got the prediction right.
I did. I didn't care at one point. I was just, but yeah.
But here we go. So Ryan got it. We got a new number 1, everybody. That's awesome. So now that we officially ranked it, I have I just have like 1 or 2 other things I wanted to mention. Shawn Michaels, in my opinion, is the greatest professional wrestler of all time.
Oh.
I didn't want to say that before we watched the match because I thought it would taint and color your opinion of the match. But I do think that Shawn Michaels overall is the greatest wrestler ever.
Interesting. I didn't get that from this match.
He was doing a lot of good ladder things.
Yeah, he did.
He's number 1 on the list. What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't get that?
I'm surprised you hold him so highly.
I did. Well, being a good pro wrestler is not just about like in ring.
Yeah.
Fantastic fucking athlete. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah.
Great fucking athlete on the mic. Very good. Just physical charisma. Fantastic. He's just overall, he's the total package. I think he's the greatest pro wrestler of all time.
I did like that bit you showed me when they were having like their beef. Like when he was that I like that aspect. It's just early 90s or late 80s, early 90s, like, wrestling, standoff. That was quality. The attire, everything.
He's got the perfect blend of charisma and like, because for me, like you can be a really, really good wrestler, but if there's not something that's like enticing you to want to watch them, then it's it falls a little bit flat. Yep. He has the perfect blend of athleticism and the ability to kind of tell a story with his body and with what he's doing in the ring. So for me, Shawn Michaels, greatest of all time. Last thing that I wanted to mention, and this is going to be something that we probably see over the course of the next 10 or so episodes, maybe 15, I don't know, but the Clique. So there was a group, a backstage group known as the Clique that consisted of Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Diesel, and a few other guys that we'll eventually get around to seeing. They eventually rose to power within the WWF. And so they, depending on who you talk to, were either very, very well loved backstage or very, very hated backstage. And so we'll talk more about the Clique, but this is kind of the early formation. Those 3 guys that we saw in the match today would go on to sort of dominate the wrestling landscape over the next 10 to 15 years or so. So a little bit of fun fact there. So with all that said, I think we are in a good spot for Eric's Wisdom Tree. It's what everybody came here for. Aside from the science, that is. What do I want to do? You know what? I'm so excited because we have a new number 1. I'm going to break with tradition. I'm going to do something a little bit different. So usually in Eric's Wisdom Tree, I impart a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of my, wisdom upon the audience and indirectly upon yourself as well, Ryan Murphy. This time I'm going to do something a little bit different. There's something I've been wondering about for a while. I know that this information is accessible to me, but I've been intentionally avoiding it because I want to just try and see if I can get an answer from you about this. Maybe it's almost like Ryan's wisdom tree in this case.
Ryan's wisdom shrub.
Why? I forgot about Ryan's wisdom shrub. Here we are, the burning bush that is Ryan Murphy. We're here. I've got a question for you. And this is legitimate. I don't actually know the answer to this, but I feel like it's something I should know, and I probably did know at one point in time. What is a cream pie?
Don't do this.
What? I know that, so obviously it's a sexual thing.
What do you like?
The sexual cream pie.
Okay. You said, okay.
Cream pie.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I thought I heard you right.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
What is it? Is it real bad? What is it?
I don't know how to go about like answering this
Just
question, like listening to myself with this new stuff.
I mean, you don't tell anyone that you know about this program. There's no possible way that anyone besides Greta, which, hi, Greta, there's no one that's actually going to know that you said any of these things. So now that Greta's listening, what is a cream pie, Ryan?
This is not what I'm here for.
Do you know? Do you know the answer? Are you holding out on the Hard Mark listeners right now?
I can't listen to myself like try to like.
Is it real bad? It's not bad, isn't it?
It's the way you're asking the question. It's the
okay.
You have done this, Eric. You have.
Can I? Okay, let's take this a step back then. Can I hit you with my very, very vague understanding of what a cream pie is?
Don't give me this like I have a vague understanding of a cream pie.
So if my memory,
you're being disingenuous here, Eric.
I'm not. I'm just a sexy boy. Okay, I'm not your boy toy.
Okay.
And I don't know what a cream pie is, and I need you, Ryan Murphy, to tell me what a cream pie is. So my understanding of a cream pie is like you fill up a woman, a consenting adult woman. You fill her up with your seed, and is that it?
Yep.
Is it? Wait, what? Really? Are you being serious? Is that it?
What are you asking? Like what?
What is a cream pie? How many times do I have to say it?
This is got to be what.
What's a cream pie, Ryan?
I feel like you just want me to like respond to this question.
I legitimately don't know what it is.
That is not true.
That is true.
You do know.
I'll swear on any holy book you put in front of me. I don't know what a cream pie is. Was my
yes?
Do I have to look it up? Okay, I'm just going to look
yes.
it up.
I mean,
wait, is that actually it?
Yes, it's like.
I don't believe you now. You've protested too much. I'm going to look it up on Urban Dictionary. I was hoping you just tell me.
Come inside would be.
It's when you It's when you finish inside.
Oh my god, I can't like.
But is that it? Why does that need to be called a cream pie? Isn't that just not pulling out? Are you? You're receding from me right now. I don't understand why you're not engaged in this conversation. Okay, cream pie it is. I'm looking it up on Urban Dictionary. Okay, here we go. Cream pie. Because if it's that, I always assumed like it's got to be more complicated than that. Because that just seems weird that would have a term.
Why?
That's because that's how you make babies.
Yeah.
That's just like I'm having intercourse
But I think the idea behind it is like.
Okay, let's see what. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off if you're finally going to answer what a cream pie is.
I think the idea would be that like that may not usually happen with like. Contraceptives and, pulling out.
I suppose.
And so it's like,
Cream pie just sounds salacious. Okay,
I think it's more of a porn thing than it's like a real life, like it's more of a porn keyword than it is like I'm going to cream pie my girlfriend like later.
Can I use that as a soundbite at the end of the episode?
Sure.
Okay. I thought you'd say no. A verb that describes the act of condomless sex and ejaculating inside of a vagina or anus. The act of not pulling the penis out of the vagina or anus and ejaculating inside. Yeah, that's why is it called? I mean, I get why it's called a cream pie, but that's just not pulling out. I don't know. That's just weird to me. But if anybody out there didn't know what a cream pie was until now, you're welcome. Thank you, Ryan, for eventually describing it. Ryan Murphy.
That was fun.
The talent, the soul skater, the maitre d' of Matt Drama, the Tampa Bay topsider, Mr. Cream Pie.
Yeah. Good. All right. And you know what? That would be the one that fucking sticks too. Like.
So next time you see Ryan Murphy at a party, just
How'd you get
hey,
that
he got
name?
hit by a car. He's Mr. Cream Pie over here.
Nice.
This is the greatest episode of Hard Mark of all time. We got a new number one. We got Mr. Cream Pie here, and our sound sounds better than ever. Now everybody can listen to us talk about cream pies. Anything? Yeah. Anything else, Ryan?
I think we're good.
Are we done?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're not hard, get hard. Once you get hard, stay hard. Take it sleazy, everybody.
Mukbang.